Today I have this 12 by 6 inch gnome, and what's really cool about him is he has these routed grooves. So for somebody who is painting, maybe a beginner, this is a perfect project for you. So I started by painting my entire gnome with Snow Owl by Wise Owl, and I'm using my S30 Klingon brush. There will be a kit available. We have this 12-inch gnome, and we also have a 10-inch gnome, two different sizes. And I'm starting by painting the hat with the Republic Red. And I went right in with this while the Snow Owl was still wet. So as I'm blending in the Republic Red, it's turning more of a rose color. And I put a little bit of that was left on my brush on his nose, and then went in with some Snow Owl and moved that around to give him a more pinkish tone nose. And you can mix in the Republic Red and the white. You can go back and forth till you get the color that you're looking for. Then I went into his sock area with some Higgins Lake, which is a really pretty pale blue. And then his shoes are chocolate. And again, these grooved lines just make it so easy for any level painter. Now I'm painting the heart that he's holding, Republic Red. And this is a little bit of a close-up, and you can see all those grooves. They're little routed grooves that are kind of separating each of these sections to paint. Now by this point, the white, the Snow Owl was starting to dry, so my heart was a little bit more of the true Republic Red, which was what I wanted. Now on a plate, I'm taking some Snow Owl and chocolate and creating this kind of like a putty color. And that's what I'm going to do his hands with. Now you're going to want several brushes, a couple with smaller tips for these more intricate areas. I do like the brushes that you can get right at Dollar General. They're about $3 for a package. And just make sure they have some of the smaller ones. Okay, now this is all dry. And I took about a 300 grit sandpaper or block, and I just went over it real quick. It just softens your paint and makes everything kind of flow. And this is a very important part if you're going to continue from here. I covered mine with 1 hour enamel clear. You can use any barrier that you have available or that you choose. And here I'm using our 2-inch angle brush that you can find at chocolatefancy.com. Now this is all dry. And I'm going to take my chocolate and I'm going to wet the gnome a little bit with a little mist. I'm going to wet my brush. So this chocolate's going on very wet, and I want it to get in all those little routed grooves. And then you could take a paper towel just to get the initial excess paint off. And then I go back in with a baby wipe. And as you can see, the chocolate settled in all those grooves and gives it some dimension. And now I want to just concentrate on that beard area and try to get some of the chocolate off with the baby wipe to kind of stay a little bit on the brighter white side. Once that all dried, I'm going to take a small art brush and I'm going to go in with Snow Owl and I'm going to add the stripes on his socks, going every other. Then I'm going to start just creating lines that are just going to create like a highlighting and dimension. You can copy exactly where I put mine, or you can put yours wherever you want. And I just kind of randomly go through and make these lines. I went around the heart. I grabbed the tip of the top of his shoes. I put a little highlighter on his nose. I'm going to go up the rim of the hat. His pom-pom, and then I'm just going to make these highlighted lines just randomly throughout his hat. And then a couple in his beard area. And I'm going to grab the bottom of his beard, just outlining that. And then you're going to need a very small brush, and I'm going to make an O and an X. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you can find this kit at chalkitupfancy.com. He comes in 2 sizes. I did grab a buffalo check ribbon for the top of his hat. And I did add a jute hanger on the back. I connected that to the ribbon. You could place him on a wreath or have him stand alone. So this kit is available at chalkitupfancy.com while supplies last. And any additional paint products, brushes, tissue paper, transfers, you can find at chalkitupfancy.com, and you can find our videos on YouTube or chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you so much.